YouTube, what is good? Today we're reacting to OBZ. The streaming bubble finally burst. Like, I've seen different clips and stuff, and my last video, not my last video, when I made the video with Kai and Aiden going at it a little bit, we were seeing things on how like the streaming internet world is divided and how things are changing in streaming, like how it's not really the same anymore. It's getting very competitive, and this video bro is going to talk about how that has happened and everything like that. So I want y'all to drop y'all thoughts, like how y'all feel about streaming, what has freaking happened, what y'all thoughts on it are. From what I've seen, from the little I've seen, I feel like it's just gotten oversaturated. I feel like people are trying to copy and paste, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it ain't, everybody's not trying to be themselves. Everybody's trying to do what one person's doing and just copy that. And an audience ain't gonna stick around for somebody that's trying to copy and paste. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see everybody do the same thing. Everybody wants to see versatility, you know what I'm saying? Somebody being themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of people that end up being very good or at the top, they end up making it because they being themselves. You know what I'm saying? They not copying and pasting. They doing their own stuff and being in their own creation. Facts, for real. Also, I want to thank y'all for 81 subs. We got to Kobe Bryant's number, feel me? Thank y'all for 81. Thank y'all for tuning in. You know, we got there not too long ago. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. We gonna get right into it. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you sub up. Let's get into it.
I've never seen so much fake competition in my life.
A month and a half ago, I stopped IRL streaming as much, and I know a lot of y'all have noticed that. I haven't had much energy in my streams necessarily, and I kind of just kept streaming because I just wanted to, you know, I never wanted to take a break. And then not to mention, I'm not gonna lie, I feel burnt out.
Damn.
Go from loving streaming so much to his passion slowly going away.
Bro, I just don't know what to do with this shit anymore, bro. This shit just don't feel the same, bro.
Dang. I go lie, I seen just clips of this. What happened here? It was definitely something, you know, serious for sure.
I'm so lost, chat. I'm gonna see y'all later, bro. I gotta take some time to myself.
Are you okay, man?
Nah, bro, come on, bro. I'm chilling. I'm just listening to y'all convo. But I damn do gotta leave. I'm not gonna lie, I gotta do shit with Navo, so I'm gonna hit y'all later, alright?
Alright, bro.
Alright.
Man.
Views is down.
Dang.
Elephant in the room. Everybody, you can't pull up a nigga right now and his shit ain't cranking like it was last month.
I ain't gonna lie, we can't say that about everybody now. I see KC3 now, Mafiathon 3, every time I'm on there, 100K. That's Kai though, that's Kai.
It's kind of crazy how I can't even control
That's
shit.
KC3 now.
Fucking stream. I can't control nothing.
Coming into 2025, everyone and their mama thought that streaming was the way to go. It was the means to create content to a wider audience, farm money, and do honestly some of the dopest things in the world.
Right.
Celebrities were getting into it, athletes were getting into it, politicians were getting into it, and it just seemed like streaming would be a staple for years to come. But then something happened. When everyone flocked to this medium of creating content, it started to create a bubble. And eventually that bubble would have to burst. And to be honest with you, I think that we are there.
We're there?
That bursting reveals the unintended consequences of streaming being this gold mine type rush. There's been a view epidemic, streams are getting crazy expensive and out of control. People can't have private lives anymore.
Oh, I
being
see.
on live 24/7 is not something that people can handle. Hell, the child stars of past have shown us that before. I'm here to talk about the state of streaming in 2025 and going forward. And to be honest with you, it's not looking good. In 2024, we saw a boom in the streaming economy.
Facts.
We saw the rise of the FaZe clan. We saw the rise of different members of AMP. Mafiathon 2 went off without a hitch. The FaZe subathon went off without a hitch. And everyone and their mother flocked to streaming, which meant that the only next logical step going into 2025 was to stream more, right? But we quickly found out that that is not something that is sustainable for the whole ecosystem, for the whole environment. It can't handle everybody flocking to streaming for a plethora of different reasons. I think the first thing that had a lot of people skewed as to the realities of what streaming can and can't be is Streamer University. It happened earlier this year, and people thought that it was a great idea. And to be honest with you, it was. It introduced a whole different subsection of streamers to the information pool that we all can look at and consume. But it definitely had some unintended consequences. It made everyone feel like they had to spend a shit ton of money in order to get their streams off. And streamers found out quick, fast, in a hurry the first problem with this mass streaming movement is that streaming is an expensive venture.
The love show.
Facts, I ain't gonna lie. You gotta pay the price. can't be poor quality. It can't, bro. It just can't. You gotta have money behind it.
Something that I'm spending a lot of money. Like I'm contemplating selling a watch.
Oh gosh, whoa. And it's really for production. It's really for production. Now, if you're unique and you're just able to capture viewerships by just being your own unique self, you know, without having the production, the money will come. And I feel like anybody who just had a genuine passion for doing it and they just love doing it and they're doing it for the love of the game, they will find success, even if they're not starting off with the most production. But feel me? You gonna do some things and they may not always take off, and you know you're gonna take a hit sometimes.
Like this is the most expensive shit I ever paid for. Nigga, I'm spending a house on what I'm doing.
You don't know how expensive it is to keep up with content creation? You can get a 10K check from Twitch.
Right.
What the fuck is a 10K check when you gotta spend 5K on trips just to travel, $500 on setup shit, $2,000 on your rent, $200 on Wi-Fi, $200 on IRL toolkit. You gotta pay the clippers, pay a YouTube editor. Chat, I know.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot. Oh my. I go lie. Listen, and this is when you got a budget. You feel me? Like you just got a budget to what's most important. Now, if you're able to make that much, you're doing something good. But however, don't overspend. Don't, you feel me? Like, okay, if you maybe don't go to that trip. You know what I'm saying? Maybe reschedule it for a different time. It kind of you got to manage, you know, the finances a little bit. But if you're able to make that much money on it, that's good. Feel me? That's solid. You're doing something right, but that's a lot, bro.
A lot of people saw from people like Kai Cenat or any of the people from FaZe is that spending money for streaming, putting money back into your content is seemingly a worthwhile investment.
For sure.
Underestimated is the fact that they have a lot of equity built into the content creation game, where then when they do these ventures, they can see the return, they see the benefits, and they are reaping the rewards of it. They have sat there at their computers and desks and built sweat equity with a community that is willing to support them no matter if they spend money or don't spend
loyalty.
So it makes sense for them to go out and buy the Samsung phones all the way up to their $30,000 backpacks. It makes sense for them to invest in a trip into Six Flags, their local theme park, or go across the country to Japan. But a lot of the new streamers hopped into this lane and it didn't ultimately pop off because they put money into it without building up that community aspect. There's a lot of big streams that went off this year that did not go as planned, as told by leaders of the community or just what we see. Hell, what happened to a lot of the streamers from Streamer U?
I'm gonna lie. Some of them are still doing good. Who can I name from the top of my head that's doing good? Okay. Blasian Baby Lola, she's doing good. She's, you know what I mean? Yana's doing good. Who else? It's still some that's doing good, but I get what he's saying though.
Even if you ask DDG what his thoughts on what the outcome of the Love Show might be, it didn't go so well. It didn't do what he thought it would do.
Every dollar I made this month plus more is going into that motherfucker. And it's only a week long. If I don't average like 40, 50, I think finale I might touch 100 or like a 150 piece.
Now I did think I would have touched 100,000.
I thought bro was gonna get the bank off that. Dang.
To the next issue, Viewbotting got out of hand in 2025.
Yeah, we seen that. I seen that.
Yeah. Whoever the entity is pays for bots to inflate numbers on a person's channel. It could be on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, but for this specific purpose, we're talking about Twitch. And as XQC and Twitch exposed, there have been a lot of people who have been viewbotting on this platform. This only got sniffed out after Twitch dropped its viewbot crackdown, and honestly, it worked better than a lot of people anticipated. Viewership on Twitch is down wholeheartedly.
Apparently, the overall viewership on Twitch went down as much as 24% compared to last week, with many big streamers suddenly losing thousands of viewers. Not just big streamers of all shapes and sizes lost tons and tons of viewers, like across the board.
Now, in hindsight, it does make a lot of sense. There was times last year where there were platforms like Kick, Rumble, and Twitch where viewership was 100,000 viewers for like 6 to 7 to 8 streamers on every single platform at any given time. And to be honest with you, that was just to inflate things so people could get their advertising dollars and create this bubble that we're in now. And at some point, somebody was gonna have to sniff it out. I mean,
you can't.
I do want to offer,
especially when you have a lot. Like I've seen some like pages with a lot of views, but the chat ain't moving. Like that's how you could tell right there. Like if somebody got so many views, but the chat isn't moving, that's how you know those are bots, bro. Because if you got a real active chat and you got a real active community, folks is gonna engage, bro. Nobody's gonna just sit there and watch and be like this the whole time. It's just bots on the stream. It's just fake numbers.
All bots.
Everybody on this bitch views is down. Elephant in the room. Everybody. You can't pull up a nigga right now and his shit ain't cranking like it was last month.
I ain't gonna hold. We can't say that about Kai and Speed though. They the anomalies. But I get it. Nah, obviously the report came out that most, everybody's seen a dip in viewership. But for the big guys, heck no, bro.
Fuck it is, nigga.
Niggas are paying for me not to have viewers.
What?
250 viewers before.
Oh my gosh.
Even when I wasn't even a Twitcher and I started, I never even had this many viewers.
Dang.
Well, there are things like Mafia-thon or other big streaming events that can occupy, some of that cross-audience viewership over the course of the year.
Facts.
I think that there's a level of viewer fatigue that is not being talked about. And that just simply means that viewers are tired of watching the same things over and over again. The same streams with the girls. The same IRL streams where nothing is really happening. The same streams where nobody's really being creative. To be honest with you, Twitch has a copycat problem right now and nobody's talking about it.
I think streaming right now, I don't want to say nothing because everything, like, I feel like it's so much shit going on. I almost feel like nothing going on. And I don't know explain it, bro.
Whoa, he said something. He said there's so much ish going on and it felt like nothing's going on. That's something.
I don't know explain it, bro. I have a bad way with certain things. I just know, like, it's the feeling that I'm trying to.
Now I get what he's saying. It's not folks truly being themselves. It's just a lot of people doing the same thing.
Everybody trying to do everything.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be like nobody. I'm trying to make sure I be like myself.
Facts indeed.
It's not to the point of like, hey,
I always say this. Be yourself and nobody else. There's only one you. You ain't ever gotta copy nobody. Be you. You know what I'm saying? Take the time, get to know who you are, bro. And I'm telling you, you will attract the audience. You will see the growth if you're a content creator or if you're doing anything. Be you. If you stand, because you will stand out. Because so many people are trying to be like somebody else already. But when you're yourself, you're gonna give yourself so much peace, and you're gonna attract the proper audience for you.
Reaction content and the same reactions, playing the same games. I think that has always existed, but literally everybody is doing the big Tokyo trip, or everybody's doing some rendition of a love show, or bringing some sort of girl on, or whatever the case may be, and having the same exact reactions as everyone else. Nobody's doing anything new. Nobody's doing anything unique with any new emotions or uniqueness behind it. They're having the same exact reactions and it's just the same. It's literally just the same exact stuff over and over and over again. Another big issue that I have with streaming now is because of this always on nature, you don't even have time to yourself in order to handle personal effects or not live moments on the internet. I've talked about it in my Blackboy Max video. It's tough that these kids are growing up in real time in front of cameras because some of this stuff is not for public consumption. I've seen issues and incidences this year in 2025 where I thought to myself, hey, it'd probably be best if you just cut the camera off.
Some family, tragedies and shit. Just shit like when my mama live out, somebody passed. I ain't gonna say who and shit, but.
No, yeah, I seen this. Hey, yo, yeah, definitely praise for J Cinco and his family for sure. And that sad time, cause that's sad, bro. That really is.
Stop. Just you. I got my elbow up.
Thanks, Gia. Cynthia broke a glass lamp over his head.
Don't take that bullshit off. This is so.
The full reason why.
Don't take that shit off. Then you're not coming. You're not wearing that shit with a rip on your booty cheek. That's how it came. Well, you're not wearing that with me. And don't try to get on camera. Either you take it off or you get the fuck out of my house. That's how I'm moving.
Okay.
Who do you think you are? What a rip on your.
Oh my gosh, the toxic love story. Oh my gosh.
Nigga, that's some shit you wear when you single. You don't wear that around me, man.
Just a couple weeks ago, Quinn Black comment about streaming being digital slavery, and while I don't agree with the verbiage because slavery has meaning and connotation, there were some things that a lot of people took from that actually had some value to it.
Let's hear it.
Always said.
Let's hear what Book Ball gotta say.
Will be somebody who gives their life to the internet, and that's what streaming is, and I respect it. Down. I think they are the Don Julios of internet creators. Would I ever do it again? No.
Okay.
It gives a sort of digital slavery vibe to me.
Dang. Now that's an interesting take by Quinn. I ain't gonna lie. Duke's ball really intellectual. Like, I didn't know that. Like, that's an interesting perspective. But I feel like this, man. When it comes to that, it's like you make the choice though. It's especially if you really get big, bro. Like, you don't have to be like, I wouldn't call it digital slavery. I would say obviously you have an expectation, but you don't have to. If you're established in anything, you don't ever have to overdo it. You can move at the speed of your own pace. It's like a business. Once you make it at a certain space or a place, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you're gonna do things to continue to grow that business and advance it, but you don't need to overdo it. You can kind of approach it how you want to approach it, because if it's something that you're very passionate about, you're gonna do whatever for it. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be looked at, I'm doing something I don't want to do. You're gonna do it with so much joy because you love doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on who it is, but I get what she's saying. For some, it can get that way.
Of your chat, your emotions and your feelings don't matter. It's just go.
Yeah, see, that's not healthy. That's not healthy.
People have been living their entire lives in front of a camera and they don't have a time to get an emotional break. Now, I know what somebody's gonna say in the comment section is that, hey, this is self-inflicted. This is something that they brought upon themselves. For sure, I can honestly say that they can start to do different things or whatever the case may be, and they're making a lot of money, whatever the case may be. Listen, I'm coming from a human aspect. It's not healthy to be on camera 24/7.
I agree.
And this is you're seeing a lot of people have these mental breakdowns when it comes to streaming now.
I've streamed 200 plus hours every single month.
Damn.
I just did a 4-day marathon and then streamed 13 hours a day.
Damn.
With 0 breaks.
Guys,
I ain't gonna lie, y'all gotta take breaks, bro. For real. Everybody, hey, listen, I get it, but you can take a break, bro. You can take a freaking break, bro. Like, it, you know what I'm saying? Your audience is gonna be there. They can't wait to see when you come back on. You know what I'm saying? You can take a break, bro.
I don't do shit except sit on my couch and study shit and plan shit in my free time. I don't talk to people. It's bad. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I came home, bro. I just cried on my couch, bro. Like, I cried on my couch. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I don't even have nobody, bro. Who do I have? I push everybody in my life away. I don't talk to my parents. I'm out here in LA. Like, yeah, I got my cousin, but it's like, damn, bro. Like, what am I even doing this for?
Naturally,
hey, bro, you got an audience, bro. You got people that want to see you, bro. So I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying, though. Yeah. Because if you could just be so locked in sometimes, and you could like feel like you push everybody out. But like I'm saying, take breaks. You know what I'm saying? Spend time with the people that you love, because you can, bro. You can control your own schedule, so you can make room for certain things. But I get it when you gotta build, go. It's different.
I mean, we're always on camera 24/7 and at the mercy of our chats. I didn't even talk about this in this video, but it dawned across me as I was doing research. I remember that time where like Senna, Valkyrie, and Extra Emily got harassed at the park by the dude. And then for whatever reason, they had to come on stream the next day to explain what happened.
Bro, that moment was crazy. I seen clips of that. That was so wild, bro. Streamers, especially big ones, y'all gotta move with security. It's some people that just have predictive personalities, like they just felt they can do whatever to y'all because they giving y'all so much money or whatever and stuff like that. Like, nobody should ever do that. If you're a fan and supporter, you know what I'm saying, be that. It's just streamers have to be careful. For the people that's gonna do weird stuff, they need security for that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if y'all going out, bro. People going to stream tonight, people going to film me, and people that have ill intentions and that want to try to do some weird stuff to you, they're gonna try to see your location and try to do whatever they're trying to do. Y'all gotta stream. Y'all gotta get security.
And like I said, like, you guys, when that clip cuts off, like, we had to run into a store screaming that somebody was going to kill us.
I've never seen Senna cry this much. My goodness. Oh my gosh.
Somebody would step in and let us in the back.
Like, what kind of...
Yeah, that's crazy. Listen, y'all streamers, especially the ones y'all got motion and y'all got a big audience. For the people that would try to do some weird stuff, please make sure y'all have security. Keep security with y'all, especially y'all going out in public. You know what I'm saying? I see Speed. I love how Speed got a lot of security. Absolutely. He, feel me? Because Speed is one of the biggest streamers in the world, and he goes out publicly so much. So, bro, definitely has to be safe. It's not from his fans, like the good supporters. It's from the people that are just trying to do some weird stuff. You know what I'm saying?
that streamers have to get online and justify this dumbass crime that we seen.
Yeah, that's
with our
wild,
eyes
bro.
In 4K. Also, why are we seeing this in 4K? I don't know. The nature of everything being on stream is just bothering me.
Yeah.
And I can understand why these people have burnout, because then they have an audience that doesn't believe them, so then they have to justify them, which kind of backs what, Quinn Blackwell was saying.
Yeah.
I see it. I think there are some positives going into 2026, though. I think that we've weeded out a lot of the people that came into the space and really didn't want to do anything positive, just saw it as a quick money grab.
Yeah.
A lot of people picked up phones because they saw streaming and content creation as some sort of fad, but ultimately are realizing that, hey, this is something that takes much more effort than I'm willing to put in, and I don't want to slut out the space. Think about every single streamer that was popping or had some clout or had some traction this year that is just not here at the end of the year. Funny Mike.
Hey, no, hold on, no. Funny Mike did some big stuff though. Nah, we haven't seen him ever since Streamer Prom. I don't know what else he did. If y'all part of the community that know about Funny Mike, y'all let me know. But he was on a good roll. He was doing some stuff. I was like, yeah, Funny Mike, Streamer Prom, you doing it. You doing it big, bro. Feel me? But we haven't seen him since. Nah, but Funny Mike good. He chilling, bro. He resting. He taking a break. Sometimes you need a little break. He gonna come back.
But for real though, there's a lot of people who picked up streaming and have stopped because they're just not getting the views off. I also do think IRL streaming won't be a mainstay going forward. Bruce dropped him off, and Soluminati had some very good words about IRL streaming. It was dumb, and people were making it dumb because they were just flexing and trying to keep up with people, and it was never meant to last based off of how these people were doing it.
It's becoming harder and harder for niggas to become streamers because all y'all think y'all need to be doing IRLs. Y'all all trying to be like these niggas at the top.
You gotta be you.
Desktop streaming is dying.
Facts.
How is that even fucking possible? It's not even possible.
Right.
It's just the niggas you watch.
You trying to be like somebody else.
You already thinking you need to be doing IRLs, nigga. You are a fucking bot. You're gonna fall off. Bro, the IRL streaming shit is so overstimulated, so oversaturated. All you see is scripts now.
Niggas is tired of seeing niggas just overly showing shit that they don't have that they can't relate to. We can't relate to you niggas no more. We can't. Y'all streaming on yachts and shit. There's a nigga that want to stream from his bathtub to pretend that he on the yacht right now. Listen, bro, you don't gotta do that.
And last but certainly not least, I think that people are getting away from the always on nature of content creation. I've seen more streamers take more breaks. The breaks between marathon streams is becoming greater.
Yeah, as it should be.
Streaming in general is becoming greater. I know it may mean some effects to the pockets, but if there's a quality difference and from your content as a whole, from your life as a whole, I think a lot of streamers are going to get into that now because they're just seeing that I can't always be on. It's really not healthy, and at the end of the day, it doesn't benefit me or my audience to come back on, cut the chat on and be like, hey chat, what we doing today? Because I just need to fill some sort of quota. It's the stupidest shit in the world. I think 2025 streaming is cooked, but I am pretty optimistic about 2026 streaming. So let me know what you think.
Shout out Omeezy, man. WVid. This was a good video. Yeah, like I said, not like I said, like my thoughts and opinions is just like folks should just be themselves. Like, if you're gonna do anything, do it for the love of the game. Like people see that. People are gonna flock to anything that's natural, organic, and anybody that's genuinely caring about the work that they're doing, bro. That's facts. That's what everything in life. You know what I'm saying? So y'all drop y'all thoughts below in the comments. Thank y'all again for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in. And until the next reaction, we out here. Peace.